Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am Skylar James, and today we'll be talking about one of the most important things a young person can do for their financial future, and that is to pay less in federal taxes. Legally, of course, many people don't realize that taxes are probably their largest expense over their lifetime. Developing ways to delay or pay less in taxes is imperative to a strong financial future. One of those ways is by contributing to a retirement account. There are a few types of retirement accounts, and at first glance, they may be a bit of a hedge maze. Roth, 401k, IRA, you may be wondering what these terms even mean. I'll teach you what they mean, how they're different, and which one to pick to lower your tax bill. Stay tuned to find out how to make your money do more work for you and how to pay less in taxes. It's so incredible that it kind of stuns you when you hear that $1,000 invested at the age of 25 could be worth $30,000 or more when you turn 60. But that is the power of compound interest when paired with smart, practical investing. Retirement accounts are extra appealing because it's investing with tax advantages. Those tax breaks are magnified over a 30-year time period. For instance, that $1,000 that you turned into $30,000, wouldn't it be great to not fork over 20% of your profits to Uncle Sam when he shows up with the tax bill? Let's lead off with 4 basics first, just to be on the same page. This is us learning the language together, so that we can all have the same conversation. The first basic is that with no retirement bells and whistles, with just a standard investment brokerage account, you get taxed anytime you make a profit. Uncle Sam is always there waiting. As you fork over your taxes year after year, you eat into your potential gains. That tax is money that could have kept growing over time had you not voluntarily surrendered it. That's the first reason why we want a retirement account. Tax breaks, tax avoidance, tax delays. Basic 2. Let's define retirement. Currently, for investment accounts, the IRS defines retirement as age 59 and a half. Doesn't matter if you're working or not, that isn't what retirement is in the IRS's eyes. And the age 59 and a half threshold could change in the future. But in this video, if you hear retirement, I'm actually saying age 59 and a half. After that age, you can withdraw without penalty from your retirement investments. Younger than that, if you withdraw, it might be considered an early withdrawal and there could be a penalty or additional taxes. The third basic to understand is, why do we even need to invest in the first place? Because saving in a bank account alone can't carry us to retirement. It just can't. Inflation will eat away at your buying power. At one point, a loaf of bread used to be 5 cents. A can of soda was a dime. These days, I'm paying $4 for a loaf of bread. See, you get it? The bread gets more expensive if we let inflation eat away at our purchasing power. Investing your money helps you outpace that inflation. Maybe you're new to this and wondering why or how is my money growing? That's the fourth basic to cover. Your money is growing because you used cash deposited into these retirement accounts to buy shares of stocks or bonds, ETFs, or mutual funds. Check out my video on how to invest your first $1,000 to complete the big picture if this is new to you. But briefly, in one chart, here is the performance of the S&P 500 since 1993. 10.19% a year since 1993. What's your savings account paying you? Probably 0.05%. You won't get wealthy or stay wealthy by earning paltry returns like that. To wrap this up, retirement to the IRS means 59 and a half. Returns on investing dwarf that of savings accounts, and a retirement option like an IRA or 401k gets you tax breaks, carrying you further, faster into your financial freedom. What are the 4 big boys of the retirement accounts arena? 2 of them are 401ks, and 2 of them are individual retirement accounts, or IRAs. The main way these 2 are different from each other is that a 401k is offered by your employer, and IRAs are set up by the individual, you and me, on our own. They both have differing limits on contributions, they both have differing rules around when we can withdraw our funds, and they differ in what kinds of early withdrawals are penalized. You'll want to evaluate respective advantages so that you're choosing the best option. With those differences in mind, IRAs and 401ks each have 2 forms, the traditional one and the newer Roth form. The traditional form allows you to deposit pre-tax money now, today, and instead pay income taxes sometime in the future when you withdraw the account during retirement. Another way to put it is that traditional IRAs and 401ks are tax deferred accounts. You defer the taxes. Roths are the opposite, meaning you pay taxes today, and any growth your money experiences inside the Roth is tax-free upon withdrawal in retirement. The question is, when would you like your visit from Uncle Sam? He might be the most unpleasant of all house guests. You've heard the adage, only 2 things in life are certain, death and taxes. So do you want to pay up now or later in life? So which choose, the Roth or the traditional? Okay, quick disclaimer here. Everybody's tax situation is unique, and I strongly encourage you to consult a tax professional for advice on your specific situation. I'm not a tax professional, but I will give you the best overview I can to help you make your decision. 2 of the most important questions you'll need to answer will require a crystal ball, unfortunately, but they are important to think through. First, what tax bracket are you in now, and what tax bracket will you be when you retire in the future? Specifically, will you be in a higher tax bracket or a lower tax bracket at retirement? Generally, people earn lower levels of income early in their careers and then again later in life. For example, maybe you're 40 years old and in the 24% tax bracket, but you're looking into that crystal ball and you imagine yourself withdrawing from retirement fund when you have no job at all. In other words, when you have no other taxed income. In that case, your withdrawal would be taxed at, say, 12%. You may pay less taxes overall because you deferred taxes until later when you pay a lower percentage of your income to the government. If you think your taxes will be lower at retirement, then you'll want to evaluate the traditional retirement accounts first. Conversely, if you stay in a lower earning job until late in life, contributing to retirement as you go along, and then you start raking in the big bucks at, say, age 58, your tax bracket will jump. And those same traditional 401k withdrawals will be taxed at 24%. In this scenario, you may have been better off contributing to a Roth account in your 30s while you are in a lower tax bracket, paying taxes in real time so that you won't have to pay taxes later in your life when your tax bracket is so much higher. The second important question you have to ask yourself, are taxes going to be higher or lower than they are now? Not necessarily for you personally, but for everyone. It's generally held that the US has been overspending relative to taxes being collected. So I think it's likely that taxes for all income brackets will rise in the future. What I don't know is when that will happen. 10, 20, 40 years out? That's where you have to apply logic based on your expected retirement date. If taxes in general will be higher in the future, that means your taxes might be higher, therefore making traditional types of accounts tied to higher taxes. This unknown future of taxes is how a Roth IRA and a Roth 401k become so powerful. Roths aren't subject to future tax bracket changes. Everything you pull out of a Roth during retirement is tax-free. You pay tax today. Let that money grow, 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 and the winnings are yours and not Uncle Sam's. Period. End of statement. There is one final speed bump. Traditional IRAs and 401ks have required minimum distributions, or RMDs, that Roths don't have. RMDs is the IRS's way of demanding that you withdraw a certain percentage of your traditional retirement account each year, starting at age 70 and a half. Uncle Sam has been waiting to collect those taxes, and they can't do it until you start withdrawing, so they force you to. Roths, on the other hand, have no RMDs, meaning your money can grow for years longer if you choose to. A modulated approach can be to split contributions right down the middle, half to a Roth, half to a traditional. Then you'll have the option to withdraw from one and not the other, depending on your income status during retirement and what the tax laws are at the time. This is powerful in that it leaves you more control. So let's now look at the IRA versus the 401k. Let's look at the 401k first. Remember, this is offered by your employer, and not all businesses offer it. As of this recording, annually an employee can contribute $19,500 into a 401k, according to the IRS. 19.5 is a huge hurdle to clear, especially for younger people. Not reaching 19.5 is by no means a reason to skip out on the 401k. Every $100 counts, because 20 years later, you'll have forgotten about it and it will have tripled or quadrupled. An analogy for investing is being good at push-ups. Maybe you want to do 50 push-ups in a day, but you'll have to start somewhere with the first push-up. Investing for retirement is the same thing. If you aren't already, start tucking away spare cash into your retirement. You can't get to 50 push-ups without the first one. If your employer offers a 401k plan, you'll want to ask if they match contributions you make. Many companies incentivize workers to contribute to the company provided 401ks by matching the amount you contribute for your retirement. If you deposited, say, $1,000 into your 401k in 2021, they'll deposit another $1,000 on top of that, giving you a total of $2,000 deposited, even though you only paid $1,000 into it. That's what a company match looks like. That's like a $1,000 bonus just for being smart and investing. Money you wouldn't have otherwise received, and their match doesn't even count towards the $19,500 limit. If you ever hear of an employer matching your 401k contribution, it's a great thing for you. If you do have funds already saved up, I'd suggest looking into a low-touch, safe, and proven investment strategy like the ones I talk about in the first 1,000 video. Now let's take a look at the IRAs. As of this recording, the IRS allows us to make contributions up to $6,000 to an IRA. We've touched a bit on the traditional IRA, but let's round it out. First, contributions are generally pre-tax money. Second, withdrawals are taxed as regular income during retirement, not capital gains. And three, the IRS requires you to withdraw a portion of your account each year once you turn 70 and a half. The Roth IRA follows the Roth general rules. 1, you pay taxes on the contributions you make today. 2, withdrawals are not taxed at retirement. And 3, there are no required minimum distributions. But the Roth IRA has a couple of unique rules that are important to understand. Of the 4 retirement accounts we've discussed, the Roth IRA is the only one where you have to earn below a certain amount in order to contribute to it each year. This amount is dictated by the IRS, and it does change annually. So you'll want to consult with a tax professional if you're close to these income limits. The limit is around $125,000 if you're single and $200,000 if you're married. The Roth IRA is also unique in that it's the only one of the 4 that lets you withdraw contributions without tax or penalty at any time. Now, should you withdraw early? That's a different question. Hopefully, you don't need to. But if you do, there is no penalty. Earnings are profits, and those are not the same as contributions. Earnings will need to stay in the account, or otherwise you will face a penalty. But being able to withdraw your contributions is a feature of a Roth IRA and gives you much more flexibility. And with that, you have made it to the other side of the hedge maze. Congratulations! I hope you gained some clarity on the different retirement accounts at your disposal. But perhaps more importantly, I hope that you're more inspired to invest. These different accounts were set up by the government for you and your beloved one's benefit as a way to reach goals and live comfortably after 35 years of breaking your back for the man. So take initiative, you can do this. Check out my video on how to invest your first $1,000, on tips on what to purchase once you get these accounts set up. Do you already have a favorite retirement account? One you think that provides a special advantage? Well, if you do, let me know down in the comments below, and thank you for joining.